Hello and welcome back to another exciting tutorial. Today we are going to be making these skirts here. So I'll be using this my fabric here for the skirt pattern and also this beautiful blouse a wrapper, my Ankara wrapper. So here is a damask, plain damask. To be for the skirt part, as you can see on the thumbnail, it has an inner that have a damask, plain damask. It is scallop skirt line on it as an overlap. So guys, I have folded my fabric into two because it's going to be for only the front part. The back part is going to be my main Ankara fabric. So how I folded it, I used the biggest part of my body circumference, which is my hip divided by 4 plus my 2 inches seam allowance. You can decide to do less or more depending. So after that, I'll measure the hip point. That's from the starting point, which is my waist. Then I measure to my knee length and to the full length of my skirt. So I measure out my hip circumference divided by 4. On the waistline, I also repeated the same thing. My waist circumference divided by 4 plus my 2 inches seam allowance. Then, so on the knee length, what I love to do is I just measure my hip circumference divided by 4 and put on my knee length. That works for me perfectly all the time. So we are going to be connecting this cord together like this from my knee length to my balls and from my balls to the waist. So this is what I have here. So what you will do is on the knee length, whatever you have here, you're just going to be taking it all the way down to the blouse, to the skirt length. Take it all the way down. You can try to minus half an inch from it if you, depending on how tapered you want this to be. Just do whatever that works for you. It's all about your preference. Anything you want, just go ahead and do. So the next thing I will do is to just cut this out now. So guys, after cutting it out, the next thing I'll do is to apply to my darts. If you want, you put your darts. Well, it's optional because this will not be shown. So I have a detailed tutorial on how to cut the skirt on my channel. I will also be dropping the link in the description box. So here I just mark out my text allocation here. So you can check the video out on my channel for more explanation. So what I'll do is to just cut this like so. So after cutting it, I am going to be using it to cut out the back panel. So guys, one thing you need to know is that this front part is going to be into three. The first one is this plain part you are looking at, and I am using it to cut out another front again because the front is going to be an overlap, more like a wrap, and it's going to be on top of this plain one for the front part. So I cut out exactly what I want here for the front, and I also notch the back part as well. So I will also be using this front part now to cut out for the back part of the skirt. So here is the front. So I've cut out the back part and I kept that aside. I'll just work on the front part. Remember I said the front part is going to be into two. So I mark from the waistline down to my hip point, and on the center part of this my dress, I'm going to be curving it to meet the bust, the hip circumference. Sorry, my hip point. So depending on how much you want to open your leg or how much you want the inner to be showing. So what you will do is at the center part, you are going to come in by 2 inches at this point here. So I don't want it to be too wide, so that's why I need to come in from this center point 2 inches away. If you don't want, you can just leave it the way it is. So if you want it to be really open, go ahead and leave it from that point. So I want it to start from 1 inch after my hip point. So that was why I came down by 1 inch after my hip point. So I'll connect and curve it like this. So guys, just watch what I'll be doing. This is really simple to understand. It's more like an overlap, just like a tulip skirt. So I'll cut out that part. So I'll be using this one to cut another one. So mind you, while you are cutting, you will not want to make a mistake of placing it facing the same way, because you'll be getting the same left side facing the same direction instead of the opposite. So you are going to be, when you're cutting it, you make sure the right side is facing each other, so that by the time you open it up, it will crisscross like this. So if you feel the opening is too small, you might want to cut it more. But if you're okay, you can just go ahead and give that scallop shape at the edge of your skirt. So I want my own to have like a scallop shape like this. So I'm just going ahead to give it that shape I want, in and out like this. I'm just playing around with it, and yes. So this is what I have here. So just go ahead and give it whatever shape you want. So I'm repeating the same thing for this left side. So at first I wanted it to have different scallop shape, but I changed my mind. So I'm going to be cutting with the right and the left together. I want them to have the same shape. So go ahead and cut it. So at this point, I'm even changing what I mark. I'm giving it another shape entirely. So I reshape it, and it's different from what I have at first. So just go ahead and play around with this, guys. So anything that works for you, just go ahead and do. So here is this, here is this. I am done. So the next thing I'll do is I'm going to cut the same shape on my lining. So I'll repeat the same thing on the lining part of it, and here it is. So guys, one thing you want to do is to add interfacing today to give it a little structure, and that's it. But you might decide to gum your SD all over the body. It's very nice. But if you don't have enough, you can just put it at the edge. So we cut out the same shape, and I've added my interfacing on it like this, both for the main fabric and for the lining. So the next thing you want to do is to take it to your sewing machine and just sew it down. So I'm adding to this other side as well, my interfacing, and ironing it like so. So after ironing it, you cut it out, and here it is. So trim out the excess and notch it and turn it out. So you can use your scissors to bring it out if you're finding it difficult. So just go ahead and bring it out. So after that, you want to iron it out. So you guys already know I like to teach you through every step. I don't like missing out any step. So I'll just show you how I ironed it, and after that we're moving ahead. So this is very nice and I am loving it already. So here it is. Here's the finished look, guys. This is what my skirt is going to be looking like at the front. So remember, it's going to have an inner for it, a plain fabric at the bottom part. So I've placed it on it like so. And yes, so my inner is looking longer. Don't worry, I'm going to be folding that. So you fold it inside and it's going to be the same length with your outer part. So guys, you stitch it down at the side so it will be easy for you to join both the front and the back together. So for the back now, I am going to work on it and I'll shape it. Here it is for the back panel. I've added my zipper. I'm just going to be shaping it my hip circumference by my form and width and the neckline in the down part of my pencil. It's a pencil scale. So just do your thing and shape it, and I will show you the finished look of my dress. This is what it looks like, guys. It's really, really beautiful and I love it. So hope to see you in my next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.